Acts 3:13, God glorified Jesus. Peter makes a statement that deserves serious attention. Acts 3:13. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of our fathers, glorified his servant Jesus. Look at the distinction. There is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And there is Jesus, his servant, whom God glorified. But this didn't begin in Acts. Centuries earlier, Isaiah 42:1 says, "Behold my servant whom I uphold, my chosen, in whom my soul delights." Then Matthew 12 applies that prophecy directly to Jesus. "Behold my servant whom I have chosen, my beloved with whom my soul is well pleased." God has a servant. That servant is Jesus. Now listen to Hebrews 1:9. God, your God, has anointed you. Don't skip those words. Your God. Even the exalted Son is spoken of as having a God who anoints him. And Jesus himself says something remarkable after his resurrection. Revelation 3:12. Jesus repeatedly says, "My God, I will make him a pillar in the temple of my God. I will write on him the name of my God, the city of my God, coming down from my God," 4 times. This is the risen, glorified Jesus speaking. And he still says, now go back to Acts 3:13. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob glorified his servant Jesus. Isaiah calls him God's servant. Matthew identifies Jesus as that servant. Hebrews says Jesus has a God who anoints him. Revelation has the risen Jesus calling the Father my God. That's not one isolated verse. That's a pattern running across Scripture. So don't force Jesus into a theological formula and then make every verse bend around it. Let Scripture tell you who God is, and let Scripture tell you who Jesus is. This is smashing the Trinity. Test every doctrine. Let Scripture have the final word.